There we go.
Okay. So we have quorum?
Yes, we do.
So I'd like to call this meeting to order. Are we in compliance with the open meeting law?
Yes, we are.
Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. If you wish to be heard, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. Is there anyone in the public that would like to speak? No? Okay.
Excuse me, Member Alvarez?
Yes.
Alvarez, I'm sorry.
Yes.
If you don't mind, just for the record, I just want to note that we have members Alvarez, Member McCoy, and Member Grogan here present, and then Member Friedman is excused. Thank you.
My apologies for not calling roll. I'm a little rough on my Robert's Rules of Orders. I apologize.
Don't let it happen again. Sure.
So I think the important thing is, we've talked a little bit about, of course, over the last several months about PR and then marketing and how we can get the word out to the public about, our activities here in the Arts Commission. Something as simple as maybe sending out tweets, communicating on Facebook, possibly even hiring someone to assist us with that. And I know I'd spoken to Lisa. I spoke to her today, actually, about when the new staff person is going to be starting. And we're...
30th.
That's,
So, yeah,
and,
next week.
Not soon enough.
and we definitely want to engage her in the discussion as far as PR and see what she can assist us with. And this, what I'd like to see, maybe we as a committee, subcommittee, come up with a nice plan that we can present to the entire commission for PR and see if we can maybe find someone that we could hire to maybe do some PR for us. The 18B Arts District Association hired a local photographer named Curtis Walker, and he's been doing some work with them, and he's really energized the Arts District. And I'm really kind of taking hints from that, maybe just stealing their idea and doing the same thing over here. And because, I do a lot of social media, but it can get a little overwhelming. And if we can get our word out in a proper way, especially our everything from our gallery openings to artist receptions, even just talking about the public art that we have in this community. There's a huge, huge misconception that we have that we don't have any public art. Mm-hmm. And that's a conversation that we can have, and we can do it through PR and marketing, if we can come up with a really good plan.
Agreed. Agree to that. Well, one of the things I noticed too is that we do have control over two websites that we indirectly operate, and we have a Facebook site that we also have, and it would just be a good system, and with this new lady coming on board, not to dump everything as we have in the past on Lisa, but for instance, I've been to some functions as you have constantly. If we could tell all the members all the commissioners if they take a photograph on their phones or whatever, no selfies, but that they could send them to the coordinated person, and that person could get it up immediately as an event thing, both in the Facebook page and both in show that we are more active and we're out in the community, because we all are for different reasons. And I think that's one function she could do. I assume that's part of her job description, I guess.
Lisa, who did we hire? Who did you guys
Her
hire?
name is Diane Pike. I have not met her, but
Okay.
she's worked in, I think, Tempe and Goodyear, Arizona. So she's had a number of years of experience in administering public art programs. So
Good.
she's even taught public art classes. So
Great.
I think she's got a lot of experience. And, I think some people are really great at dealing with social media, and some people, it's not their thing, but hopefully it'll be her thing. It's not that hard to do it. You just have to schedule it, and you have to plan it. Right now, I think Paco and I are the only ones uploading things, so if I see something interesting or if there's a UNLV event, I'll uploaded. I just uploaded the Ogden underpass design team. There were a couple articles on that.
Was that to Facebook or just to the
To
website?
the Arts Commission Facebook.
Okay.
I don't Twitter. I just,
I don't either.
that just pushes me over the edge
Yeah,
as far
me
as
too.
time. Yeah. I must confess here on the record.
When is that event we're having for the dedication of the art?
That's January 28th,
January
and
28th?
it'll run from noon to 2 o'clock. I see it as an informal event. People can come and go on their lunch hour or later, and it encourages people.
And it's open to the public, of course.
Open to the public, we can do a press release on it. I got, it's on Jorge's schedule, I just have to get it on a couple other directors.
If we could make that part of the subcommittee's direction to use that, maybe with the new person coming on board as a big kickoff of publicity,
Absolutely.
that would be a good thing to show what the commission has done and what the city's done.
What time is that going to be?
It's from noon to 2, and it's geared towards the workday, so people can come.
I mean, this isn't rocket science. It's just finding a body or a person to do this.
Time.
It really is. So,
The city did hire somebody to deal with, website and social media stuff, and I asked him, and he helps me once in a while.
but it's not his primary job. We hired a guy at the Neon Museum who's doing a great job, a young guy whose name escapes me at the moment, but it's been a world of difference having somebody totally dedicated to social media.
Yeah, you see with the 18B, it's too bad we can't pool resources somehow. I don't know. Because that seems to be the biggest need of all these organizations is marketing.
Could therefore, with this new lady, we have a sit down and block out time, or at least dedicate some to the PR and marketing?
Yeah.
I think that's a good
formal
idea.
part of her time.
And, I think also keeping in mind, and I know I talked to Lisa a little bit about this, is the fact that we have to do PR marketing for all of our respective wards. It's not just the downtown area. I know downtown's getting a lot of focus right now.
Yes.
Had Councilman Ross yesterday came down to Zappos, and he brought a bunch of school children over, and we gave them the big tour and everything else. And they were all in their suits and ties, and normally we tell them to cut their tie. We either have them take their ties off or we cut them off.
Mhm.
But we weren't going to do that to the councilman. So, and then that reminded me that he's got one of those one of the wards out in the hinterlands, and we don't seem to pay a lot of attention to our folks out there, and we should definitely try to encourage that. I know Lisa's working on a list of art that's in all the wards, and that's going to be a really nice tool for us to use for the public when they say, well, where is their public art in the community? And we can say, look, there's these memorials or these monuments in these different wards. And then whatever we do, revamping the website, because I'd like to see this committee really kind of dedicate some resources into revamping our website, in that it shows some kind of a map that someone can click on of their ward, and in that map you can actually see some of the artwork.
There is a map. It's not, I don't think it's updated, but it is on our website, so. But it's not completely comprehensive. If you're looking at all the artwork that's now in City Hall.
Would it be valuable to have this guy who works on city websites
We can have them.
talk to us?
That would be an easy fix,
Okay.
I'll ask.
Okay. The other thing for your committee, you might ask at the regular meeting, is whether or not these, we need to maybe generate ideas for other press releases that we see ongoing that the commission is involved in, not just have staff think about them, but I'm sure we have among our own members things that are happening that we are involved in that still have a city connotation or an art commission connotation. And then actually outline press releases that we can get into the well and have them issued more regularly than just happenstance.
All right. What about, we've partnered with nonprofit organizations to help promote them with PR when we've kind of worked on exhibitions? How does that work? When we co-sponsor events?
When we co-sponsor, when we partner with other groups on events, it's usually the city, well, we find out what their contribution to the partnership will be, that the city usually leads the project. So it's in a, say you partner with somebody to do a lecture, say UNLV, and you have the lecture at the street school, so there's no fee to rent that facility. So that's the partnership. They organize and bring the speaker, we provide the venue. We collaboratively send out press
And
release.
then, okay.
So it's usually, they'll use the city facility. It's usually the big part of the partnership, one of the main parts of it, so.
Would it behoove us as a commission to get more proactive with different exhibitions that nonprofits are doing throughout the community? In a way to say, hey, look, we would like to put our stamp of approval on, I'm just throwing out ideas.
Exhibitions?
Yeah, different exhibitions, public art.
As long as they weren't resentful of it, I think it's a good idea. I know Nancy and I have had this discussion before about where you draw the line from the Arts Commission to some of the other groups in town. And I think it's a great idea. The question is, will those group think it's a great idea? And you know what the politics are better than anybody, so.
Yeah, you know, the toughest thing is that when you mention the Arts Commission, people are like, oh, we have one of those?
Yeah.
It's like,
And some of them will probably be very receptive to it, and others won't, but it's like life in general.
right. It's like I had mentioned to the commission at the last meeting about I'll be curating a First Friday.
Yes.
And I just got my date, and so,
It's a warm date, or is it February?
you know, flood season in Las Vegas starts July 1st.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Happened.
I almost had a heart attack when because it's not so much for me, but, you know, I can imagine all of us arts commissioners being out there in tents, you know, promoting the Arts Commission, and some of us baking, you know.
We've done it before.
I can get SPF 500, so I think we can.
That's good.
Can help.
Well, we'll get it covered, we'll make sure that it's covered.
Yeah.
You did mention that before, so if July 1st is the date, that's something you are saying where we can coordinate with you a tent or something, and do an art commission sort of presence?
Absolutely, and actually First Friday would provide the tent. It'll be, interestingly enough, it's the 4th of July,
Oh, really?
so
It falls on a Friday.
it does fall on a Friday.
That's kind of
So-
cool.
Well, it is cool. It's happened before. It worries me because the last time it happened on the 4th of July, it was a very lightly attended First Friday, and I don't know how many people really want to drive around.
No, but we just need to make, First Friday's organized totally different since the last time it fell on a July 4th, so.
Should we consider something, and I just throw this out, do a practice run, say, in May, First Friday, see if we can just coordinate with them to
It's a good idea.
do one there and see how it works, see what we get a feedback in, and even though July 4th may not be a large turnout, that would let us get through some of the kinks. So maybe if you can ask whomever.
If we have any kinks.
Yes, we'll see about a booth then.
And that would be a great way to do some PR, and it really doesn't cost us anything. I mean, maybe a banner. We'll have the tent provided to
I think we'll need a new
us.
banner.
Okay.
Probably get our brochure. I think you called it a walking tour brochure.
Yeah, something like
It was
that.
basically a kind of northeast, southwest brochure, but maybe we can do something downtown centric too, along with that. I think there was a downtown section. Any kind of handout, I know ATV did a sticker that said ATV. It would have been nice if they included their website on it. But you can even do a postcard, something Just a couple materials. I know they don't like to have a lot of paper flying around First Friday, but just a couple things, just for brand recognition, and then be able to talk to people about what's going on. And we could have a little cheat sheet list. We could say, oh yeah, we're working on the West Side School gates, or we've got these boards painted by this local artist to beautify communities. You know, so you'll kind of know what's going on. And I think that's pretty powerful.
And the banners, I know that you guys saved all the banners.
We have,
Those are easy to put up.
we've got Dennis Angel's banner. We've
Love
got,
it.
yeah,
And those were hand painted.
those are art.
That's art, and they survived many years up there, so
They look, most of them look pretty good.
it's great.
It's 3:30.
Is
Yeah.
it time?
It's
Yes.
3:30.
Anything else?
No?
Good discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. Gives me a lot more focus. I will bring up the May 1st,
Yes.
the May 1st Friday, and
You don't think they'll have a problem with that, do you?
I don't think so. You know, Joey has been very receptive to any ideas and anyone getting involved with them, so. All right.
And then let's communicate if you have any other ideas. or-
Yeah, definitely. Great.
Then we have to adjourn.
All right. Do I read number 5?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
okay. Citizens' participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the commission. No subject may be acted upon by the commission unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. Do I hear any public participation? No? All right, I call this meeting to a close. Thank you.